Hello, hello. This is Mitchell. As you can see, I'm not lying. You can see me this time. Apologies. 1 second. Gotta turn off the echo button there. So I got this idea from watching something that James did on his personal channel. Basically, it was just let's have a talk. We never talk anymore, you guys. It's always just video games and more video games and, you know, talking while playing videos. Why don't we take video games out of the equation and just chat? The problem I see in this strategy is there might not be anyone to talk to. So if you are there to talk to, please let me know in the chat. Say, hi, I'm here, I exist, and that's it. That's all you have to say. But yeah, so I guess to get things started, oh hey, we have someone in the chat. Pendant Boyo, how you doing, sir? Once again, this is pretty much an open Q&A. This is actually my last day alone in this wonderful house. My parents went on a cruise. Yes, if you don't know, I do still live with my parents. Yes, I am still very much ashamed of it. Yes, I am hopefully going to be moving out soon. It's in the works. I'm just waiting on a couple of things right now. But yeah. Celestial Vagrant wants to talk about anime and manga. Did I trash the place? No, I didn't trash the place, though I do need to do my laundry. I have a giant, I can even bring it in. I have a giant basket of laundry that I need to get going. Look at this. This is how lazy I am. I am so lazy. Okay, I'll get it done. So no, I did not trash the place, but I do have a lot of laundry that I need to get done. Let's see, what else is going on? We can talk about anime and manga. What would you like to talk about, anime and manga? I know a lot of anime and manga. If you guys ask me anything about anime and manga, I guarantee you I'll be able to say something. Attack on Titan is a great anime, probably the best I've seen since Fate Zero, I think, would be the next best recent anime that I've seen. Psycho Pass was pretty good, but it got kind of weird towards the end, and I kind of lost interest in it. But yeah, Attack on Titan is great. It's rare that you see animes that are that dark and yet have such a wide appeal as well. I don't know what it is about them. Maybe it's the goofy way the Titans look. Do I have an anime waifu? No, I do not have an anime waifu. The closest thing I would have to an anime waifu would probably be Minori from Toradora. That's the one example in particular that stands out where I really love that character, and I don't want to spoil anything about Toradora, but I was rooting for her. Oh, that's painful to admit. But no, I don't have an anime waifu. I know a lot of people who do, and they kind of creep me out at times. But God, it's so hot in here. Please forgive me. I'm turning on the air conditioning. You might have a weird buzzing sound, but you're gonna have to deal with it. Let me show off my mic, by the way. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's a Blue Yeti. It's a Blue Yeti. I use it for voiceover stuff. My fan dubs. And it treats me well. Hold on, I'm getting rid of that. But yeah, if there's any other questions you guys have, please bring them on. This video blog is all about you guys. It looks like one of those old mics, one of those mics from the old 1950s CBS broadcasts. Yeah, I guess it's the grill, right? The grill kind of gives it that effect. It's pretty good. I like it. Um, it succeeds for what I use it for, and I'm using it right now. So if the quality sounds good, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to return it. Do I like the Xbox One? I, for one, am really against it. Um, it's hard to say. There's a lot of misinformation floating around that Microsoft has been doing a really shitty job of cleaning up. As it stands right now, what my knowledge is of the Xbox One, the big thing is the used game thing, and from what I know, from what they've cleared up, it seems like I'm okay with it. Basically, their system is there's a mandatory install on the hard drive, which I'm not a big fan of, but I can deal with it. And then, if you want to sell your game, you can bring it to a GameStop. GameStop has to have this system that is approved by Microsoft, where they scan the game. Basically, Microsoft can then terminate the user's license for that game, and then GameStop can give them money. And then when GameStop sells that game, then the money that the retailer gets from the transaction gets split between the retailer, Microsoft, and the publisher, which is fair. The way it is right now is not very fair because retailers get 100% of used game sales. So I'm okay with what, as long as used games still exist and I can still get a game that's normally $25 and get it for like 10. I'm fine. That's fine with me. Have I ever been on stage with James? That's a funny story. Yes, actually, I have been on stage with James. James dragged me one day to an open mic night for improv, and he got me and Zach to do improv on stage, and it was really bad. There is video footage of it somewhere. I probably made sure that it would never see the live day. You know what? That actually might be a good punishment. If I should think about that. If I'm to be punished, maybe we should let that footage loose in the wild. I'll think about it. But yes, I have been on stage with James. Yes, it was a good time, despite the fact that it was probably the most embarrassing experience of my life. And actually, I've been on stage with James twice, I think. There was another time where I went to one of his shows, and me and my girlfriend went for my birthday, and James must have worked some magic because they asked, "Who's celebrating a birthday today?" And sure enough, I raised my hand, they brought me up there, and me and my girlfriend, oh hey, it's my girlfriend, there she is right there. Me and my girlfriend participated in a scene. Hi, Thunder Kaya. I'm glad you're watching. Let's see, what else we have here? I just got here and you mentioned me. It's funny how the world works sometimes. I'm curious about how Gamefront monetizes enough to pay at least 3 employees. The view counts just seem too low to adequately pay 3 employees. Berkland, my friend, you are very perceptive. I don't know either. I can't really say much about it. It's not really professional to talk economics in your business. But yeah, it's trust me, I agree with you. It's hard to imagine. But yeah. What else we have? Any progress with Daimon? No. You know what? Maybe one of these days, maybe tomorrow, I'll start a stream up and basically grind some levels or something. What I have done is I got a Magic Archer vocation. I leveled him up, I think, to the second to last rank. And basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get enough magic to just burst him down. So yeah, it's still, I'm still pretty low level for Dark Arisen, and it's still up in the air whether I'll actually be able to finish that. What else? Will you guys be doing anything with the DayZ standalone that is supposedly coming out this month? I won't be. I am not a fan of DayZ actually, which is unfortunate. I know everyone loves it. It's just not my style of game. I remember when that first came out, it first blew up, we wanted to do a DayZ show, and we did a couple of episodes of it for ModMen, and James and Zach were having a blast. I was not. It's kind of scary. I know a lot of people probably wouldn't think so, but I'm a little pussy. And B, it's just too much of like slow movement and trying to, you know, not get chased after by zombies. And I didn't enjoy it. It's not my style of game. Let's see, Mitch, have you ever traveled abroad? I'm trying to think. By abroad, do you mean out of country? I have been to New York. Too young to really remember it. I've been to Las Vegas. I've been to various different places in California. I've been to San Francisco, San Diego. But no, I've never been outside of the United States. It's too much money. Goes back to how does Gamefront afford to pay 3 people? Well, they don't give us, you know, rich men salaries. I can't afford to go abroad, but I would love to one day. Japan would be my number one place. No, I haven't been to Mexico. Let me think about it. I'm pretty sure I've never been to Mexico. Has it been decided who will be doing the Remember Me walkthrough? Well, I guess because I have it, I will probably be doing the Remember Me walkthrough. Embargoes, can't talk about how good it is, how bad it is, but I probably will be doing the Remember Me walkthrough. Don't go in Mexico, they kill you, man. Oh man, thirsty. Is the buzzing annoying from the air conditioning? I hope it's not. These mics are awesome for voice stuff, but the problem is the better mic you have, the more ambient noise gets picked up. So I'm hoping it's not too bad. I'm gonna eat some M&Ms. Let's see, anything else? But you're a celeb. People all over the world would want to see you guys. Oh, thank you. Once again, I've mentioned this before. It always surprises and humbles me to know how many international fans we have, and I still can't believe I can call people fans. I've never thought of myself as being able to do something where people would like watching what I do. Do a voice. I just did a voice. I don't know. Give me a voice to do.
Would you like to hear my pro wrestling voice? Oh yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys have seen. Oh god, I probably blew up the mic from that. I have a fan dub that I did for Naruto. I'll drop it in the chat if you guys are interested. But me and my buddy Mike worked on it this last weekend. Had a lot of fun. So, dropping that in the chat.
Why'd you interfere, Kazekage? Not that I'm gonna forgive you either way.
Randy Savage, so old. Randy Savage is not only old, he's kind of dead.
Sasuke, your eyes are still as they were in the past.
Which is a shame. I loved Randy Savage.
I've come to realize that making vengeance once bread of life does not resolve anything.
What?
It's not too late for you.
I can't do
Do not let
Yosemite
hatred
Sam.
chase you into a world of solitude.
I can't do any of the Looney Tunes
You will
characters.
never return.
It's sad. I wish I could.
If I were to
you know,
return.
you follow voice actors, and everyone says, you know, they're always
Gaara,
asked,
useless.
who's your idol?
If he could be
And
convinced, Naruto wouldn't
so
have
many
failed.
of them will say Mel Blanc.
The moment he
you know,
attacked the
easily.
summit, he became an
Um,
international criminal.
He's
He's got
never
no
been
future
my
anymore anyway.
my you know, the person I've looked up to, because he's always, it always felt like he was so far out of my league that I would never be able to measure up to what Mel Blanc could do.
That's why even
Billy
a tiny
West
ray of light
is
ought to
pretty much
reach
the
your
modern
eyes.
day Mel Blanc.
I
He
shut
has-
my eyes a long
God,
time
it's
ago.
so ridiculous. He can do every Looney
I
Tunes
seek
character.
lie only in darkness. Don't let your personal
Who's
feelings
my favorite
interfere.
pro wrestler ever?
Remember,
Shawn Michaels
you're
was my hero
Kazekage.
growing up. Favorite pro wrestler ever?
I know.
I would say probably Bret Hart.
Your hatred is far from equaling mine.
When I was a kid, I even had a tweet about this.
My
the other day.
rage!
When I was a kid,
My
the
despair!
one thing that I always wanted more than anything
They
else in the world, I was a big
surpass
wrestling fan when I was a little kid. The one thing I wanted more than anything else in the
Larry
world was
Yard!
to be that little kid in the front row of a wrestling audience who you know, waits for Bret Hart to come down the aisle. He goes around the ring. And
Don't
he picks this one
underestimate
kid
the Raikage.
that he like locks eyes to, and then he puts the sunglasses on their head.
Ah,
Oh God, I wanted to be that kid. I saw that documentary too. He had a really interesting career. Though of course the Montreal Screwjob was probably
The pillars.
but I've always
Keeps
found him
up.
fascinating as both a human being, and always respected him for what he was able to do in the wrestling ring. Like so many, you hear of so many injuries in the wrestling world. Bret Hart never injured a single person when he
It's your
wrestled.
power of
I
darkness.
thought that was pretty amazing. Oh, excuse me. What else? Give me something, or else I'm gonna play Name That Tune. I'm gonna play Name That video game tune. Who can tell me what the name of this song is? Wait, hold on. I want to make sure it plays. Make sure I can hear it. Is it playing? I don't even think it's playing. Oh well. Does Leo deserve the Oscar for what? For Great Gatsby? I don't know. I don't watch enough movies. He did really good as Great Gatsby, didn't he? I thought he was perfect for that movie. But yeah, I think Leonardo DiCaprio is so talented. It's hard for me sometimes to look beyond his first role, like his role as Jack from Titanic. He's really talented. Yes, it is still live, Celestial Figuring. If I had a prize, I would give you something. I don't know the words to that song. What am I doing? That's good that the music is louder than me, because then you don't have to hear me singing as well. Let's see, what else we got here? Who can tell me what? God, there's so many songs in here that I don't recognize. Who can tell me what game this is from? I'll make it a little lower so you guys can hear me better. Why does Zach shy away from walkthroughs? It's a good question. I don't know. Zach's really good at walkthroughs. What it is probably is, I don't know if you guys know this, but a while back we had a 3-person walkthrough team. We had me, James, and Zach. For whatever reason, Zach's position changed at Gamefront. He was no longer a walkthrough producer. He got put on other duties that were kind of more around managing the channel, like as in making sure that thumbnails were there, trying to work on getting collaborations with other YouTubers, all kinds of other things that I don't know because I'm not Zach. I wasn't there for when his job description was being read to him. So that's one of the reasons why Zach shies away from walkthroughs, because he feels like it's not his job anymore. But yeah. Anyone know what game this is from? I mean, is the music too loud? Is it overbearing? I can barely hear it through my headphones, that's why. Yes, it is from Hotline Miami. Very well done, Antonius Cat. Once again, if I had something, I would give it to you. Throw a Sharpie at you, maybe you can catch it through your... Alright, someone better get this one. Can't hear it? This is a cover. God, I love this song. What is up, Big No? So if you joined before the beginning of this, basically, this is time for us to chat. If you have anything you ever wanted to ask me, there's no games to get in the way. Just throw it out there. And no one knows what the song is? You guys are breaking my heart. I think you shop at the same furniture store I shop at. Oh god. This bed used to belong to my grandmother, God rest her soul. Yeah, we moved it. First, it was first in that room over there, and we moved it to this room, and then we moved it. We took it apart and we, put the pieces wherever, and I just had a mattress in here for a while, and then we decided to bring it back. That bed, it's, I don't know, it's like the phoenix. Every time you take it down, it rises again. Thank you.
Squarespace provides everything you need to create an exceptional website.
Spotify is having advertisements right now. What else? Yeah, a nice haircut. My hair actually goes through cycles. It's about a 3-month cycle. It looks like this. Then it grows out, and I still try to flip it up in the front, and then eventually it gets so long that I can't flip it up anymore. I just part it to the side, and at that point is usually when I cut it again, and it goes back to this. I'm sorry, Pendant Boyo. I know how it feels to have an ill relative, grandparent, etc. It's not a fun experience. Do I read many books, fiction or otherwise? I read a lot of manga. It's a horrible thing to admit. God, I should read more. Yeah, my girlfriend wrote a book, and I read that. But yeah, I'm generally not one to read. I have a hard time focusing when I don't have visual stimuli, which is why manga works well for me, because there's visual stimuli. I can appreciate the art. But I have a hard time focusing without visual stimuli. Am I excited about the next-gen consoles? I assume that's consoles. But yes, you know what? I am excited about the next-gen consoles. there's a lot of information that we still need to know about them. How much games are going to cost for one. If they're anything over 60 bucks, I am going to stick with the PC and Wii U. Thank you very much. I am not paying any more than $60 for a new game. No, I am not excited about about Grumpy Cat the movie. I think it's a stupid idea. Do I think that James has improved as a gamer over the course of his time being coached by me? I do, honestly. James has come a long way since he started here. You know, it's been 2 years now since we started, and James is actually, you gotta give James credit. He has beaten a lot of really tough video games. Dark Souls, tough video game, despite how much he struggled through it. You know, the fact that he beat it is worth praising. We went to, oh God, I shouldn't say this. All I'll say is we went to an event where there was a very tough game that we got to play that hasn't been released yet. And James actually did better than most of the game journalists in the area. In fact, I feel like I was the only one that did better than him. One thing you should know about game journalists, they're actually really bad at video games. But yeah, James is better than a lot of people give him credit for. What else we got here? This is fun. I'm enjoying this. And I got 13 people watching. That's pretty good. What is Zach's role at Gamefront? We kind of went over this already. Zach's role basically is channel management. He does thumbnails. He does, he fills in stuff that me and James forget. He helps us out with live streams. He tries to do collaborations with other YouTubers. He does a lot of things behind the scenes. What else? Man, Guacamelee. Let's talk about Guacamelee for a second, and the experience of being in the room when James is working on Guacamelee. Because I don't know if I actually haven't really watched the videos. I don't know how much he edits out, but sometimes he takes about 2 hours on this single part of Guacamelee, and I'm just sitting there waiting for him to finish recording so I can do my recording. And oh God, sometimes I just want to throw something at him. A water bottle would be fine. I wouldn't be too torn up if I hit him with a water bottle. What else? Long time no see, Betrayin. Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been streaming more often. One thing you guys might notice this about me, but one thing I hate about not having a beard is I can't twirl this. I gotta stop doing that. It's a bad habit. But I can't help but twirl my chin hairs. Whenever I watch James vs. Games, I'm like, God damn it, Mitchell, stop twirling your chin hairs. What else we got? Are we going to write a new song like Ode to a Meme, Arrow to the Knee? Probably not. That was just a stroke of genius. That was James wrote that whole song. And there's been a couple songs that James has wanted to record, but yeah, it's hard to say. I have no musical talent. Basically, James wrote that song. Zach did the guitar and the ukulele there was ukulele in that song. And Zach also has connections where he has a buddy who has his own sound studio, and that was how that whole thing came around. A lot of parts that magically came together. But yeah. I don't play League of Legends anymore. It takes too much time. One of these days I'll get back into it, but usually, I mean, there was a time where basically my whole day was I go to work, I come home, play League of Legends, and then I go to sleep. And it became such a routine that I wanted to break out of it. So I put League of Legends in a shelf for now. Maybe I'll come back to it, but I'm enjoying the time that has been freed up from not playing League of Legends. Oh, the demo's coming out for last. Oh, that's right. It's May 31st. Do I have my copy of God of War on me? I don't know if I do. But yeah, I completely forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me, but we'll have to get on that tomorrow. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I got to play Last of Us about a week ago. I don't know if you noticed on the channel. We did a preview video with me and Phil Hornshaw talking about our experience. And yeah, I think that game's gonna be awesome. It's a little scary, which is not really my thing, but I might have to grow a pair and get over it. What else is this? What are your hobbies besides video games and manga? Do you play any trading card games, sports maybe? I used to be really into Magic the Gathering. Funny story about Magic the Gathering. Not really funny, but interesting. My parents are avid garage, yard, estate sale hunters, and every now and then they find a binder of Magic cards that people are selling for like $20. And recently they bought one and brought it back to me, and I was looking through it and like, you know, they're pretty good. They're old cards. I would like them if I was still playing. And then I got to one page, and it was just a full page, front and back, of dual lands from Revised. I was like, it like glowed. I'm like, Mom, you don't know what you just got. This page alone is worth like $800. So we ended up selling it on eBay for about $800. Not a bad investment of $20 for $800. That's how garage sales are sometimes. If you guys don't go to garage sales, you know, every now and then you come across a treasure. It's like a rare drop in an MMO. What? Oh, and I didn't answer that whole question. Hobbies. I used to be really into tennis. Kind of stopped when I stopped going to college. Lack of people to play with. I really like watching UFC. Not participating in it. I don't think I would ever be able to actually hit a person for recreation. It would have to be a life or death situation. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. My hobbies basically are video games, anime, and UFC. I used to play sports when I was in college and stuff like that, but once, you know, everyone kind of goes away and does their own thing, you lose your friends to play with, and I'm not good enough to go to a park and just do a pickup game or something like that. What else? Yeah, that was the thing about Magic. It was too expensive of a hobby to keep up. Yeah, I couldn't keep up with the cost of it. I spent so much money on Magic cards. And also they take up a lot of space, surprisingly. You wouldn't think so, but they do. Do I hang out a lot in Compton, Watts, and South Central areas? No, I do not, unfortunately. I pretty much hang out in the San Fernando Valley area. Sometimes I go visit my girlfriend in San Bernardino area, and sometimes I hang out with some friends in the Pomona area. Excuse me. Oh my god, I'm super excited about E3. How can you not be? It's the year of 2 console launches, and the year where hopefully the Wii U will release some games. So yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited about it. We also got an actual camera crew that we're gonna bring for E3 this year. So we're gonna do some interviews. We got a whole bunch of interviews lined up. And yeah, it's an exciting time. We're gonna hopefully do a James vs. Games live on the, or not live, but on the show floor, as well as a Gamefront Gauntlet, and hopefully that works out. Am I going to develop my own video games at some point? I mean, never say never, right? Anthony Gallegos of IGN just got a job opportunity at Zombie Studios, and he was a video game journalist. Greg Kasavin was the editor-in-chief of GameSpot, went on to create Bastion. So, you know, there's a lot of avenues into game design. I don't know. If I had the opportunity, I would probably take it, but I would definitely have to learn the ropes first. 15 Xbox exclusives. What do you think they are? Well, Halo, Gears of War, probably a new Kinect Sports. Rare said that there would be a classic title that would be revived, and since Rare is in Microsoft's pocket, I think it's going to be Killer Instinct. Crackdown 3 would be a good one. That would be, what, 5? What else? There's that one, the Remedy game that they released. And then there's probably going to be a couple of you know, Kinect titles. Forza, that's right. I lost count, but that's a good number, right? There's probably going to be some new IPs in there. Oh, they already said there's going to be, what, 7 new IPs? Or 8 new IPs? So I think I already pretty much got most of the ones that were not new IP. 8 new IPs, okay. So I probably listed more than 7 existing IPs that I think are going to be exclusive. Did I ever tell you guys the Ed Boon story about the banana mic at E3 last year? So we went to E3. We got to the Injustice booth, and we were scrounging around asking if we can get an interview with someone, anyone. We just wanted to talk about Injustice. We just saw the demo. We were blown away, and we really wanted to talk about it. So we went to the PR lady, and she was like, "Okay, I'll see what I can do." She goes into her little booth, and she comes back out. It's like, "You guys are so lucky. This is the last interview opportunity that he's giving. We got Ed Boon for you." So I was like, "Oh my god, it's Ed Boon, the Godfather of Mortal Kombat, oh my god." And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, "James, get the camera ready." And he sets up the camera and all that stuff. And he's asking, and then Ed Boon comes out. I shake his hand and everything. James asks him, "Do you mind if I interview you with a banana?" And Ed Boon just looks at the banana, looks at James. He's like, "No, don't do that." Just like totally stone cold. And I'm just like, oh my god. I can't believe Ed Boon is actually still going to talk with us. And so we start doing the interview. James presses the record, and or I think James presses the record button, and I'm doing my interview. It's going well, and we wrap it up. It's a very short interview. I talk with James. How'd it go? He's like, "Oh, I didn't realize I didn't start recording, but I caught in the middle of it to the end." So we got an interview with Ed Boon, and it was totally ruined because James started the interview late. It was also ruined because we had a really crappy camera setup and it was really shitty sound. But regardless, I got to interview Ed Boon, and it was a nice little feather in my cap. That was why you guys never got to see it though. How did I feel when he tweeted my Batgirl video? Oh my god, it made my day. Yeah, Ed Boon tweeted my Batgirl video. It was awesome. Not only did he retweet it, but he was like, "This is a great beginner's guide for those trying to pick up Batgirl." So not only did he retweet it, but he liked it. So that was a really cool feeling. Kind of old, but I'm always interested to hear people's view on the Dragon Age series. And are you looking forward to Inquisition? I never played Dragon Age. I never played any of them, so I have no thoughts on it. Unfortunately, I know that the first one was supposed to be really good. Second one was a big disappointment, and I know nothing about Inquisition. So unfortunately, I'm sorry I can't give you anything else about my thoughts. Is it actually out? Is the demo out? Is it on? Can you only get it from God of War? Do I have God of War? Oh, I don't have it. Can you only download it through the God of War disc? God, I could have sworn that I brought it home. Oh well. I gotta remember to send an email tomorrow about that. What's my thought on EA getting the Star Wars rights? You know what? I don't have a problem with EA. I know they're commonly thought of as the spawn of Satan. I think they've made some stupid mistakes. The SimCity debacle being the biggest one. But you know, the microtransactions issue, it honestly didn't bother me that much in Dead Space 3. It felt I never felt compelled to do it because it was so easy to gain resources in that game. And I don't think I've been affected by the microtransactions in any other game. So, you know, I really don't I don't have a big beef with EA. Trying to think, is there anything else that they've done to piss me off? No, not really. Yeah, they did take down their online passes today. To be honest, like that's a little weird. Yeah, because of the next gen consoles, they're if the Xbox is going to have a system in place to prevent to do stuff with used games, why do they need online passes? The purpose of an online pass is to curb the sales of used games. If Microsoft's already doing that, they don't need to do it anymore. Who's my favorite Disney prince? Of course, you would ask that, Claudia. My favorite Disney prince. Oh no! I don't know. I really like the guy from Tangled. Does that count? What's his name? I forgot his name. Crap, he's my favorite prince and I forgot his name? Claudia, help me out here. What's the guy's name? The guy from Tangled. What's his other name? That's his real name. What was his other name? Flynn. There you go. Flynn Rider. I don't want to call him Eugene because that's weird. It's my dad's name. He'll always be Flynn Rider to me. But yeah, I thought he was hilarious. He's definitely my favorite prince. Mysterious as the dark side of the moon. I'm trying to find that song in Spotify. It's not coming up. Oh well. Oh, why thank you. You want a big Disney fan? You should talk to Thunder Kaya there in the chat. I think I'm gonna call an end to this at 10:30, so 8 more minutes. But I've had a lot of fun. This is I'll definitely have to do this again sometime. I was a little worried that I wouldn't have stuff to talk about, but you guys have been great at, you know, setting me off on topics. Do we go to Disneyland a lot? I would say I go to Disneyland more than most people because my girlfriend works at Disneyland. So yeah, I would say we've been to Disneyland probably 3 times this year, and then maybe 2 times last year. I mean, those are just guesses, but yeah. I have never been to Disney World. I've never been to Florida. I would like to go to Florida. I got friends in Florida. But, once again, expensive. I would also never go to Disneyland. Like, hold on. Let me finish eating my M&Ms. What was I gonna say? I would never go to Disneyland just like on a whim, unless it was free. I would go to Disneyland for big occasions, for family outings, for, you know, celebrating a friend's birthday or something like that. But it's just way too expensive to just be like, hey guys, let's go to Disneyland on Saturday. I'm like, what's going on Saturday? Like, oh, you know, this Disneyland day. No. We're not going to Disneyland. You want to go to Magic Mountain? We'll go to Magic Mountain, pay half the price, and have, you know, go on more exciting rides. I don't like Magic Mountain. Well, I don't like you. I talk to myself sometimes. Do I ever travel to the East Coast? No. I've been to New York. Once again, when I was really little and don't really remember it, but I haven't really gone to the East Coast. All the fun is out in the West. I would feel sad about living on the East Coast because it does seem like all the things that I'm really interested in happen in California. There's something in my keyboard. One game to play for the rest of my life. Only one. The one game to rule them all. You know what? As weird as it sounds, I would probably pick Splunky. Because it's such a random experience. I probably would never get sick of that game. Yeah, if I were to pick like League of Legends, obviously I would get sick of that. Splunky would be a good choice for me. What else we got here? Is there gonna be a PS3 release for Splunky? I read something about a game called Splunky Dance or something. Let me look that up. Splunky Dance. What is this? There's apparently a Kickstarter for it. What is this? Oh, it's interpretive dance. Okay, so it's not actually a game. Never mind. No, Smash Brothers would not be a game that I would want. I would want to play for the rest of my life because I would get sick of it. Smash Brothers is good in bursts when you got people to play it with, but yeah. What's the plan for tomorrow in the office? Well, the plan. First, when I get in, I'm going to ask Zach, what game would you like to play for the Gauntlet? Because he got all mad at me last week for choosing Dark Souls, despite the fact that it was supposed to be his turn to pick what game we play for the Gauntlet. Then we're gonna hopefully film the Gauntlet. Then I'm probably gonna be editing the Gauntlet. Then I'm probably gonna be starting up my walkthrough for this game, Remember Me. And that should be up Monday, I believe. What else? Did I ever play Power Stone on the Dreamcast? I hear it's the best fighting game ever. It's not the best fighting game ever, but Power Stone was a fantastic game. It was kind of broken in terms of balance. I remember what was his name? Yun Yang. He had the Dragon Ball Z powers. Man, you can't stop Yun Yang or whatever his name is. Is it Yun Yang? Yun Yang. Power Stone. Who was that character in Power Stone that had all the Dragon Ball Z abilities? And why am I thinking Yin Yang? No, that's not it. Wang Tang! Wang Tang, that's it. Yeah, Wang Tang. But yeah, Power Stone 2 was a great game, and actually, I think Power Stone 2 was a more important game than the people give it credit for. There's a lot of games that are kind of in the party fighter genre that took a lot of cues from Power Stone. Does my work ever actually feel like work? Yes, it does. There are times, believe it or not. There was a period of time when we had to work on the app. The iPhone app and the Android app, and basically it was like a 3-week period where all we did basically was input metadata of all of our videos into this giant document, and just in case you don't know, we have like 4,000 videos or something crazy like that. It was a lot of videos that we had to put into the app, and oh god, it was a nightmare. Nightmare. We're so close to quitting. I wasn't, but it was not fun. But, I mean, to complain about the job that I have would be like an insult to people who actually have, you know, really mundane jobs. I fully appreciate how awesome my job is. But yeah. Am I a bad driver? Where did that come from? No, I'm not a bad driver. I haven't gotten into a single accident that was my fault. I got rear-ended once. But no, I'm actually a very safe... That's not true! I never crashed my car almost 3 times. You're probably talking about the E3 video where I set my camera up on a tripod in my front seat and just kind of talked while I drove. I didn't almost crash 3 times. It's not true. What happened was the camera kept falling, so whenever I stopped at a red light, you know, I would put it back up. And didn't I just swerve on the highway because a fucking firework was thrown at me? You want to just drive over a firework when it explodes? No. Come on, I'm a good driver. I am a good driver. Nothing you say will ever convince me otherwise. What's the decision-making process for who does which walkthrough? Usually, I'm the one who makes the decisions of who does what walkthrough. And the thing is about James is that he does not follow the video game industry that closely. So he doesn't really have preferences whenever, like when a new game comes in, that's the first time he is aware of that game, unless it's like GTA 5 or something else that's a sequel that James is really, looking forward to. So usually I make the decisions on who does what, and at times that probably gives me an unfair advantage, but what are you going to do? James should follow the industry closer. Alright guys, well, I had a great time. Was James brought in as comedic relief? No, I don't think so. James and Zach both responded to a Craigslist ad, and that was how they ended up getting the job. So, a bunch of people interviewed, and they were the ones that our boss Mark liked the best. But yeah, I'm going to end this stream. Had a good time. Maybe I'll do this once a week, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.